What's going on? I am Clifffield. You are tuned into BallerAlert. I am here with the incomparable songwriter, Mr. Sean Garrett. How are you, man?
What's up, brethren? What's happening?
Doing good, man. It's an honor. I don't think people know the amount of songs that you've written. I mean, all the songs that we love and listen to, they have no idea who the mastermind, the pen behind these songs. I mean, we worked with Destiny's Child, Beyonce, Fergie, Chris Brown, Usher, Summer Walker, and the list goes on. I mean, a career, right?
Yeah, man. I mean, it's been it's been one hell of a ride, brother. It just keeps getting better.
Yes. Speaking of
You know what I mean?
getting better, let's talk this new Usher single, Glue. I mean, come on, man. It's
Talk to
definitely a
me.
different sound. It's definitely a different sound for Usher. The falsetto, the whole song was amazing. But I mean, what is like working with Usher? I mean, this is not you guys' first time. Y'all gave us Yeah back in 04. What's the vibe like with you guys in the studio?
Man, to be honest with you, man, first of all, thank you. I appreciate the love on the record, man. That's a very whenever I work with Usher, man, it's like pushing the envelope to the next level as far as I possibly can. Like I will say, like, two of my favorite artists of working with is Beyonce and Usher for sure. They're kind of like the catalyst. I would say, yeah, that's my lineage. You know what I'm saying? From just great artists. I saw my first record deal when I was 14 years old.
Okay.
And so, I've been doing this since I was a kid, man. Creating records and producing and writing, singing and performing. But I would say they're definitely my favorite. But working with Usher is like he's one of the most amazing vocalists, singers, performers in the world, right?
Legend.
And so you know what I'm saying? So when you got artists like that, and also he's my brother, you know what I'm saying? I mean, we damn near grew up together. Um, and we like brother, we fight like brothers too.
Okay.
Sometimes because it's like we want the best for each other, but me, I can see his world, from afar, right? And so sometimes it's like trying to get him to see some of the things that I see is not necessarily going to be easy,
Right.
right? Because he's Usher, and in his world, he's in his world. You know what I'm saying? And so it's just like we always feel like that we want him to be bigger than life, but we also want to give him the best all the time. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? And sometimes trying to convince him to do things. Sometimes, it depends on who's in your ear sometimes, you know what I'm saying? And we don't like him to fail.
Right.
We don't like to see our brother lose, you know what I'm saying? So it's just it's a brother, it's definitely a brother relationship, and I'm really proud of him, man. And it's like pushing the envelope. It's one thing about it's like throwing an assist. If you put it up there on the rim, he gonna grab it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So that's what this song was about. Same thing with Yeah Man. Most of the songs that I end up doing for us. At first, he don't like them. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But that's brothers. You know what I'm saying?
So
Because
did
he's
he actually
always like,
was he not feeling Yeah at first? 'Cause that's unbelievable.
I ain't gonna lie, he really wasn't fucking. Nah,
That's
he wasn't fucking with it.
crazy.
Because you know what? Like, I create records that are definitely against the grain. You know what I'm saying? And purposely, because my philosophy is like, you got to give the fans what they came to pay for. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta entertain the world. Like, being an entertainer is totally different than just being a normal citizen. You know what I'm saying? With
Absolutely.
all due respect. And so you got to push that envelope to the next level. And sometimes being a visionary, everyone's not gonna see your vision,
At
but
first.
in God we trust.
Mhm.
you know.
Now listen, just to name a few songs that you've written and worked on. I mean, like, let's talk first of all, Destiny's Child for me. I just recently found out that you wrote the song "Girl," so I'm like, no, that had to be them going through what they're going through, writing those lyrics. So how does this work for you? Do you write a song, right, and then you kind of see who can I give this song to? Or do you meet the artist and you feel like, okay, I'll write a song based off your story? How does that work? Listen to a song like Destiny's Child's "Girl," which I mean, I was one of my favorite songs off the album. I had no idea the guy wrote this, and like, what were you feeling for you to write that track?
Well, I mean, first of all, I love my mama. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And so my mom was definitely, a very, very integral part in my life. So number one, I respect women on a whole nother level. My mom had like, my mom got 13 brothers and sisters, you know what I'm saying? She got like 8 sisters. So then there's a lot of, I got a lot of cousins. I got a lot of women in my family, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Number one. But number two, man, being a creative, I really take my craft real serious, you know what I'm saying? And so the girl was basically a lot about, them just being a unit, just being sisters, you know what I mean? Like it's just like brothers, you know what I'm saying? It's just I just tell the stories um from a different perspective, just what you see, you know what I'm saying? The unity, the love, the appreciation for each other. I don't really think you got to be a female to be able to articulate how female act. I love women, you know what I'm saying? So
Absolutely.
I know how to get down, you know what I mean? But at the same time, seeing that happiness that they share
Mm-hmm.
amongst each other, you know what I mean? Trying to be a unit, trying to stay together, trying to hold each other down, you know what I'm saying? Going through different relationships with different men, trying to find that guy that, you know what I'm saying, that really is your person. You know what I'm saying? That was the perspective. And actually the first song I did um with the girls was and I was definitely petrified
Was it
when I
Lose My
got in with
Purpose?
them. Nah, you know what? The first one was Is She the Reason?
Oh, okay.
The
Love
first
that
one
one
was,
too. That's like, see, that's crazy, man.
you know what I'm saying? Is She the Reason was actually the first one, and what
The
in my
lyrics are
mind,
so deep on these tracks, man. The lyrics are so deep on those tracks.
man, thank you, bro.
So how does that work? Like, again, do you write these songs first and then you find out what artist you want to give it to, or do you get to know the artist's story and then you write songs based off of just being around them or knowing their story? How does that
Nah,
work for you?
it just depends. You know what I'm saying? Like, like Glue. I wrote and produced that like with me and Lil Jon and my brother Bobby Avila,
Okay.
who's amazing on keys and amazing. He plays guitar. He's like one of the most amazing musicians, man. In the music industry, period. Um, and so it, you using your talent differently. It just depends on the scenario. Like this was particularly a specific record that we went to go create for Usher. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But like when I went to go work with the girls, a lot of those records I was doing on the fly. You know what I'm saying? Just writing them like right there because I didn't really know them like that personally. So
Mhm.
it'll be more of a conversation. um, we have a conversation, might do a song today, and then I'll have conversation with them. And tomorrow, I've been the king, before they get to the studio, I probably already started with the hook. They walk in,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying? Hey, what do y'all think about this? They like it, we start cutting it. Then we do the second verse, do the first verse, do the bridge. You know what I'm saying? It's just it just depends. Sometimes like when I did Diva, that was a record that I called Jay-Z and was like, "Yo, Jay, I really got a bomb for
Would be.
B," and he was laughing at me and shit like, "You ain't got shit." And then I sent it to him, and shit, I was on the plane the next day,
And that
cutting it
was
on B.
another hit, another classic hit.
Yeah, man. So it just works in different ways. It's just sometimes it's on the spot, sometimes you know, it's it's putting it together before I see him. Whatever, man. However, I got to get it going. It's going to go down.
Got you. Now, one thing I love to do whenever I interview someone, because you never know who's watching you or who may be, starting the same when you were starting. I love to
Mhm.
find out what was your story? How did you get to where you are now? What was that first big break? I know it's probably a long story, but if you could give me a quick synopsis, what is your story? How did you get here today?
I would say, man, so I'm from Camilton Road, Atlanta, Georgia, man. Um, um, then I moved to Europe when I was like 5. My dad was in the military, my mom worked for the government. So I grew up in Europe, um,
So,
grew up around the world, man. I ended up signing my first record deal when I was like 14 years old. And then I came back to the States to do a new record deal. My deal ended up falling through. Because they switched up whomever that was working, at Warner at the time. And
mhm.
then I started shopping records for a new solo deal. And then people was like, "Yo, you should write songs for other people too. Your songs are crazy."
Okay.
And I was reluctant to do that. I was like, I don't really write songs for other people. That ain't my drive. But um, I ended up losing my mom, man. Um, and so that had a lot to do with me accepting the idea that maybe I shouldn't, because she used to always say, "Don't, you shouldn't put all your eggs in one basket." So, um, losing your mom, man, it definitely changes your perspective to a certain degree,
Absolutely.
and pay attention to all of the things that she said. So I ended up doing a publishing deal, man, with my mentor, man, LA Reid,
Okay.
and over
Another
at
icon.
Hitco.
Another
Yeah,
icon.
man. Um, so I was blessed enough to do that, man, and the rest is history, man. The first I did the first record I did was this I worked on this kid named Latif. I don't know if y'all remember that song called "I Don't Want to Hurt You." Girl, I feel it, I'll be cheating you if I continue to see you, cause
I
you're ready
probably have
to
to
get
hear it.
serious. Yo, you pull that shit up, you gonna remember it. But
Okay.
um and I learned from that.
And that was your first time writing
Um,
for somebody else.
yeah.
Okay.
And then so the next one was yeah.
Okay.
And then from then on, man, my next 10 records was Hot 100 number ones, you know what I'm
It
saying?
just kept getting
From
better and better, honestly.
yeah, from yeah to Sierra's Goodies to Beyonce's Check Up on It,
Fergie,
uh
London Bridge, ooh,
London Bridge, uh
Chris
Destiny's
Brown,
Child
Wall to
Soul,
Wall. Mm,
Wall to Wall, Run It, Give Me That, Ain't No
yeah,
Way, you know what I mean?
bangers, bangers.
Yeah, man. Mary J. Blige, Enough Crying.
Hmm.
We still going, man, and it's still popping.
Now, let me ask you this. Would you continue making music for yourself? Like, can we expect some projects coming from you in the future, or you kind of comfortable
Yeah.
writing music right now?
No, man. I'm also working on my album now, man.
Okay,
Finally, I'm
okay,
getting back to the point, man, where I can get that album done.
okay.
Because I ain't gonna lie, I've been itching to get back on the road, do shows, man. They've been
Lauren,
calling me from Europe, want me to come and do some touring out there. So
who can
I'm
we
putting the
expect on
album.
the album, man? Who can we expect on the album? Give us a little exclusive.
Oh man, my collaborations are gonna be crazy for sure. Um, I'm thinking about doing like, I wanna do like a urban international album. You know what I mean? So it's gonna have, I think I'm gonna split it up. I think
Okay.
I'm gonna split it up because I got so many songs already done.
Mm-hmm.
I can't really tell y'all exactly my collaborations because I'm gonna be
Oh,
giving away my
oh, give us one. Give us one.
oh man, I'm on my R&B side. I got one with me and Tank
Okay.
um already. You know
Ooh,
what
I
I'm
already
saying?
know that's gonna be a hit.
You know what I'm saying?
Vocally, Tank is just incomparable, man. Vocally, he's amazing.
Yeah, he's definitely amazing, man. Shout out to Tank. Just I'm just into doing things that are like unexpected. Um, just want to do some big ass records, man, that are just like different than what people are gonna expect from me. You know what I'm saying? And
Gotcha.
shit, we're just gonna have some fun, man. This summer's gonna be crazy.
Oh, I'm excited. I kind of have two questions. I'll ask this one first. You've been in the game for so long. You've had so much success. What would you say is the secret to longevity in this business? Because some people, they start out, man, they don't make it that long. You've been doing this for a long time. I mean, you know something.
I mean, really, man, really not taking this shit for granted. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely very serious minded about winning. I'm very serious minded about, what I'm saying, being successful at what I do.
Mhm.
Meaning like, like the music, the music in itself is really important to me. But also I realize how important it is to our culture. You know what I mean? For the new songwriter, producers, artists that's coming along, we got to keep the fire burning. Like we got to a point, man, where I felt like people was definitely lacking on the R&B side for sure. And I'm not afraid to say that.
Mhm.
I like to be. Um, I felt like there was a lot of self-proclaimed. People was just calling themselves certain names as if they've made it, or if the records the records that they're putting out are like real hits. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like, so the bar, I feel like the bar got lowered to the point where it's like the younger generation or the new kids didn't realize what real hits were. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
It was just like if your record was out, because I mean, shit, anybody can put records out on the internet. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So it got to
Internet
the
is
point
taking
where,
things another way right now.
yeah, so everybody was like, shit, I put out hits. I put out hits. I'm like, oh, okay, word. Like, and so, it's not really like, that's not a negative thing. You know what I mean? That's not me putting anyone down. That's just basically saying you gotta, there's still a certain level of value that
Mhm.
we have to keep.
Yes.
Because when we start taking ourselves or taking our music or taking what we do for granted, then other people come and take that shit from us and do it. And then we looking at them like, why y'all doing our shit? Or, like, and really it's like shit, it's music at the end of the day, but we're not protecting our roots. We're not protecting what it is that our origin of
We
our
have to be gatekeepers of our music. So we have guys like
yeah, man.
gatekeepers, man.
Like, and that and I don't consider myself a gatekeeper, bro. I consider myself a student,
Mhm.
not just of the music, but the music business. I feel like there's a certain sense of integrity that I gotta keep to help these young kids know what it is, not just the music, but the music business. You know what I'm saying? And also keeping yourself. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's important to not lose yourself in this, right?
Right.
Because I think a lot of times, people they get lost in it, man. They get lost in it. They get lost in the idea of like popping. It's good to be popping, but it's also important to not lose yourself so you can have some longevity. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Now I love that. Now I know you said Usher and Beyonce is probably your top two. Now, who would you say personally was your favorite to work with creatively? I know it's probably hard to pick one. There's been so many. That
I
one
got some
person.
new artists. I got some new artists right now today that I really admire, that I like, that I really look forward to working with. Like
Okay.
I really love SZA. I think
Okay.
SZA's
Have you
amazing.
did a song with SZA yet?
Nah, not
No?
not not just for her. Nah.
Okay, because I saw you was
Um,
all over Summer Walker's last album.
yeah, man. I mean, Summer's my baby. Like, I love Summer. Summer's just, you know, I don't know how Summer stole my heart. You know what I'm saying? But
Her voice is
that's
so
that's
raw, man.
that that's little sis, like that's family for life. But I love what she brings to the table musically. I like Doja Cat
Oh,
too.
whew. Someone
You
who
know,
can rap and sing, like you can't help but just, I mean, flawlessly both ends.
yeah, man. Like, and I like real great creatives. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I like people who are like not afraid, because
Hmm.
that way you could really like push
Experiment.
the
Try.
envelope and do shit that was. And you notice like a lot of the artists that I've worked with in the past. You know what I'm saying? I was able to like be super duper creative and just step outside the box, which is the shit I really love to do. I
Yeah.
don't really like to work with artists that don't have the mindset that you can do anything. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm. For
That
sure.
that that's what was so beautiful about my career up to this point. So it's like, Even like with Glue, um, at first Usher was like, I don't know, Sean, that shit might be a little too high for me. Um, but shit, I was like, hell nah, like you could do that shit, you gonna kill that shit. And it just came out, it really
Did
came
the
out great.
whole track too. Falsetto like the
Yeah.
entire track. That was amazing.
So y'all feel about it?
It's fire.
What's your peers think? What's your friends think?
I haven't really talked to none of my friends about it like that, honestly. Which I'm gonna talk to these guys in here. I'm a music guy, so
Right?
I don't really like people's opinions on music because I'm a music head. I listen to all kind of music. So some people judge you on what kind of music you listen to. I listen to everything, so I don't really ask my friends about. I kind of put my headphones on or
Yeah, you already got
I'm jamming everything. Every Friday, I'm waiting to see what's coming out. That's me.
you already got your shit down. You like, I don't even care what y'all think. I know I'm
Yep.
just I'm
I'm
fucking
a
with this shit.
music guy to the heart, man, for sure.
I love it. I love it.
Well, listen, man, we're super excited, super stoked for everything you have going on. Like you said, this summer is about to be a killer. When you finally get ready to drop that album, you already know where to come first. Let us know what's going on.
Absolutely.
Listen,
Ball alert. I really appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate all the support
of
over the
course, man.
years, man. Thank y'all for being so supportive, man. And I really appreciate it. Like, I don't want y'all to ever think that I don't appreciate the love or see the love that you guys have given me for so long, man. It's just like this shit is really, it's a good feeling. You know what I'm
Listen,
saying?
we are fans, man. We're honored. It's our pleasure, man.
Man, I love it. I appreciate y'all too, man.
Of course, man. You enjoy the rest of your day. You guys take care out there.
Yes, sir. Be good, man. Take care.
You too.
Peace.